Hey, welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're diving into a topic that's on everyone's lips, cryptocurrency. You've probably heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, or maybe even Dogecoin, but what exactly is cryptocurrency? How does it work? And why does it seem so volatile?
Yeah, crypto definitely has a mysterious aura around it, right? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is digital money. But when you start digging, it gets pretty complex. So what exactly makes it different from the traditional cash we use every day?
Good question. So the term cryptocurrency comes from two parts. Crypto, meaning hidden or secure, and currency, which is money. Basically, it's digital money that's protected by cryptography and exists only online. Unlike your physical dollar bills, it has no physical form.
Wait, so if it's not like physical money, how do you use it for things like buying a coffee or making investments?
That's where things get interesting. While traditional currencies are controlled by central banks, cryptocurrencies are decentralized. That means you don't need a middleman like a bank. You can directly send crypto to anyone in the world. No need for any third-party institutions.
That's cool, but how did it all start? I mean, where did this whole thing come from?
It all began with Bitcoin in 2009, created by a mysterious person, or maybe a group, under the name Satoshi Nakamoto. No one knows who they actually are, which is pretty wild when you think about it. Bitcoin was created to be free from government control, offering a way for people to exchange money without a bank.
That's fascinating. So Bitcoin was meant to be used as actual currency, right? But now it's more like an investment vehicle for most people.
Exactly. While it was designed to be digital money, the volatility in its price has made many people treat it like an investment. Imagine buying Bitcoin at $10,000 and selling it for $60,000. That's the kind of potential profit that excites investors. But the flip side is that prices can also drop dramatically, making it risky.
Yeah, I've seen the price go up and down like a roller coaster. So how exactly does cryptocurrency even work? Like, how does the transfer happen?
Great question. Cryptocurrency operates on a technology called blockchain. Picture this. Every transaction is written down in a public ledger, or block, and once it's written, it can't be altered. Not just one person keeps track of it, but every participant in the network. So if someone tried to change the record, it would be immediately obvious.
So this blockchain is like a giant digital notebook, and everyone has a copy?
Exactly. And when a transaction is made, the computers in the network solve complex puzzles to verify the transaction, ensuring everything is correct before it's added to the blockchain.
Wow, that's some serious math going on behind the scenes. And those people who solve these puzzles are called miners, right?
Yep, they're rewarded with new cryptocurrency coins for validating transactions. It's like a digital treasure hunt. Some coins, like Bitcoin, rely on a method called proof of work, which requires miners to solve puzzles using computational power.
That's crazy, Thai. So there's a lot of mining happening, and people can actually earn crypto by doing this?
Yep, but it's not easy. Miners need a lot of computing power. Some cryptocurrencies, like Ethereum, are moving to a different system called proof of stake, which I'll explain in another episode. But for now, the whole process relies heavily on those miners and the computers they use.
All right, so now we know how crypto works, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. Can cryptocurrency actually be a good investment?
Well, it depends. Like any investment, there's potential for huge returns, but also big risks. Take Bitcoin, for example. If you bought it in 2016 when it was worth $500 and sold it in 2024 when it hit $60,000, you'd have made a 13,000% return. But that same investment could drop by 65% in just a few months, as we saw in 2022. So it's really volatile.
That's insane. Why is it so volatile, though? What causes these massive swings in price?
The short answer? Speculation and hype. People often buy crypto hoping to make quick profits, and media hype can cause prices to spike. But if there's bad news or uncertainty, like when China banned crypto, prices can plummet. It's like a frenzy of emotions driving the market.
So it's kind of like a wild ride, but there's definitely some big rewards if you can time it right.
Absolutely. but there's no guarantee. That's why it's so important to understand what you're getting into before investing.
For sure. And on the flip side, we also have terms like altcoins, which are essentially any cryptocurrency that's not Bitcoin, right?
Yep. Altcoins include Ethereum, Solana, and even meme coins like Dogecoin. These coins have their own unique features and use cases, but Bitcoin still leads the pack.
And speaking of all these coins, how do people store their crypto? I mean, we don't keep it in a wallet like cash, right?
No, we don't. Crypto is stored in something called a wallet, but not a physical wallet. It's a digital one. There are hot wallets, which are connected to the internet, and cold wallets, which are offline and safer but less convenient. The wallet stores your public and private keys, which are like your crypto's password and address.
I heard about someone losing their private key and essentially losing millions. That's the kind of thing you don't want to mess up.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy story. A guy lost 8,000 bitcoins because he accidentally threw away the hard drive containing his private key. That's worth a lot of money today.
Ouch, that's a tough lesson. All right, before we wrap up, let's touch on some pros and cons of crypto.
Sure. Some of the big pros are decentralization, meaning no single authority controls it. It's also super accessible. Anyone with an internet connection can use it. Plus, it's fast and flexible for global transactions.
Nice, but there are some serious cons, right?
Absolutely. The biggest one is volatility. Prices can change wildly. Then, there's also the risk of illegal transactions, scams, and uncertainty around government regulation. Plus, there's no consumer protection,